And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Paul Newsen. And Paul Newsen writes, "Hey, John and Rob." And Rob's not here today, obviously. "So, DC Fandome is upon us. I know we're going to get a lot of trailers and some announcements, but I wanted to ask you, what are some of the most wild and unexpected announcements you think we could maybe get at the event this year? Something that most people wouldn't consider realistic, but right now you think could make a big surprise. Thank you, and bring on the filthy." All right, Paul, thanks a lot for sending that in. And yeah, exciting time, guys. Just a couple of days away. We got DC Fandome is coming, just a couple of days away. And of course, last year, it was a bit of a surprise. It kind of came out of nowhere. It was better than I thought it would be, especially for a virtual event. Live in-person events are always 15 times better, but for putting on a digital virtual event last year, I thought DC did a really good job. They made it engaging. That stuff about the international voices of Batman I thought was really interesting. They, of course, dropped a bunch of trailers. We had our first look at Suicide Squad, whole bunch of stuff. It was great. And we got the next one coming up. Now, of course, in just a couple of days. Now, of course, there are things we know we're getting, right? We're going to get our first look at Flash, at least some behind the scenes stuff at minimum. We know they're going to show us, at minimum, Aaron, the Batman stuff that they showed us at Las Vegas CinemaCon last month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're going to then probably some more stuff from that. We know we're going to see some Black Adam. Like there's a lot of stuff that we know is coming, right? There's a lot of stuff that we know is coming. So I thought this was an interesting question that Paul sent in. What are the way out there things that would shock the world that I think might actually be remotely, even if it's only 2 or 3% possible? All right. For that, let's jump over to the classroom for a second. Let's go into the Campea classroom.
Campea classroom.
All right. I want to throw out a couple of possibilities here. Now, remember, I am acknowledging everything I am about to mention is highly unlikely. All right. These would be like things that would surprise the world, shock and surprise the world. Okay. So, but I'm saying there could be like a 2 or 3% chance, that these ones could actually happen. And these ones would be the ones that would shock the world. All right. Number one is this: a Ben Affleck Batman series for HBO Max.
What?
Announced. Now, hey, look, I know that sounds crazy. I know it is extremely unlikely. It is absolutely extremely unlikely. I'm not saying it could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying look out for this. But let me throw this out here. The reason I would say there could be a 1, 2, or 3% chance of something like that happening is the unthinkable already happened. Ben came back to play Batman again. Granted, it's probably a very, very small role in the upcoming Flash movie. And Ben Affleck just recently talked about it, saying, yeah, it was a great experience going back, being able to put on the Batman costume again. So we know it's going to be small. And I'm just saying, with as ambitious as HBO Max has been, with all the stuff that they've got coming, you tell me, would the internet not break?
It would break.
If all of a sudden at DC Fandome, hello, my name's Ben Affleck, and I just want to say I'm back playing Batman again for a new HBO series coming in 2023. The internet would implode. People would go nuts. Me first of all. I would lose my bloody mind. So I'm telling you, look, likely? Absolutely not. Highly, highly unlikely. The slightest of possibilities? Yeah. And if it did, it would break the world. All right. Let me go on to the second thing. So the first announcement, because remember, Paul's asking me, unlikely but could and would like destroy the world. All right, one Ben Affleck Batman series for HBO Max gets announced. All right, here's another one. Hold on to your butts, as Samuel Jackson would say. Justice League 2. They announced, and it would probably not be called Justice League 2. It would probably be called like Justice League Happy Giddy Up fun time. I don't know. I don't know, like, or whatever. Justice League hyphen something. It probably wouldn't be called Justice League 2. It would probably be called Justice League.
League. Happy giddy up fun time.
That's as good as any other one I can come up with.
Sure.
So
that works.
Like Justice League hyphen something, right? Look, they know, the people at Warner Brothers know, and I'm not even saying this would necessarily be a good idea. I'm not even saying it would be a good idea, but the people at Warner Brothers have always had Avengers envy. They have always had Avengers. And when I'm not talking about the Avengers themselves, I'm talking about the success that Disney has had with them. And they've got to know the potential success of what Justice League could be if they did it in a certain way. And
right
now, whether that would involve Ben Affleck or not, that's all. But a Justice League movie, it might not even be the traditional lineup, but nobody's expecting to hear a Justice League announcement. Nobody's expecting to hear a Justice League announcement. And it is highly unlikely there would be one. Highly unlikely. But with all the production work they've got going, with them now getting their plans up and running, kind of going full steam, and with the fact that, you know, there has always been that little bit of Avengers envy, and with the potential that a title like Justice League could have, I am just saying, you know, 1, 2, 3% chance, 1, 2, or 3% chance that another Justice League, like a brand new Justice League with brand new writers, brand new director, you know, taking maybe even a different assortment of characters. I don't know. But I'm just saying, if they did announce Justice League, it would break the internet. People would go crazy. Whatever it is.
So you're saying not have Zack Snyder?
Oh no, you'll never see Zack Snyder back again. No. So it wouldn't be Zack Snyder. It wouldn't be Joss Whedon. It wouldn't be anything like that. I think they would probably want to take a brand new, fresh approach. They probably get brand new writers, brand new directors. They probably want to take a brand new, fresh approach.
Ooh, I'd love to see a Taika Waititi. He's on my brain today. I'd love to see a Taika Waititi Justice League.
Don't give me
I'm not
hope.
super jazzed about seeing a Justice League, to be honest, a new one. And maybe it's because of the fatigue over the whole like Snyder Cut endless debacle that went on for 18 years that we just sort of never heard the end of. But I would love to see Waititi take on it.
He's obviously very, very busy. He's doing Thor right now. Then he's got a Star Wars movie he's doing. Then he's got that first goal or next goal wins that he has coming out soon. Although that's got Armie Hammer in it, so I don't know if that's going to cause any problems and hiccups for him. But
slightly.
That being said, oh boy, a Taika Waititi Justice League movie. Let's just put it. Or hell,
hey, the power of suggestion. I'm putting it out there, man.
I'd see a James Gunn. I'd watch a James Gunn Justice League movie after what he just did with Suicide Squad. Are you kidding me? But anyway, that's the second one. All right. Here's my third one that I'm going to throw out there. And I think most of you know what my third one is going to be. If you talk about things that are highly unlikely, but there is a possibility, things that, while it probably won't happen, if it did, oh my God, the internet will explode. You guys can sing it along with me. Man of fucking Steel, Man of fucking Steel 2. Right? All right, maybe they won't call it fucking Steel. All right, we'll take that part out. Man of Steel 2. Look. Is this likely? Absolutely not. Absolutely not is this likely. It is highly, highly, highly unlikely. But again, just like the Ben Affleck situation, just like the Justice League situation, there are a couple of little things that at least make it exist in the realm of the possible, regardless of how unlikely it is. Henry Cavill has never been anything but very bullish on the fact that he loves playing Superman. And obviously he's my favorite Superman. But he loves playing Superman. Henry Cavill has never come out and said officially, I am done as Superman. Mm-hmm. If anything else, Aaron, a while back, now this is going some time back, but his agent said, you know, the cape is still in the closet. It's still there. Again, is it likely? No. Or do I expect to see Henry Cavill at DC Fandome in anything in this capacity? No, I certainly do not expect it. But is it possible? Is there the slightest sliver of possibility, however unlikely? And I would say because of all that other stuff, there is the slightest possibility that maybe yes. And if it were so, I submit to you, my brothers and sisters in film fandom, the internet would explode. Any one of these things, Ben Affleck, they announced Ben Affleck is going to play Batman again in an HBO Max series. Internet would explode. Justice League, happy, giddy up, fun time, or whatever the title would be. Internet would explode. Man of Steel 2, internet would explode. And so these are the things that I think are highly unlikely, but have the slightest of possibilities that if they were announced, internet would explode. Aaron, if you're looking at all three of the things I put up here now, if you had to guess which one, as all of them are completely unlikely, which one do you think has the best chance of maybe happening? Out of the Ben Affleck HBO Batman series, another Justice League film getting announced, or Henry Cavill coming back to play Man of Steel again, to play Superman again? Which one do you think has the most likelihood?
While I would be the most excited about a Ben Affleck Batman series at HBO. I think that the one that has the most likelihood of legs is Justice League 2. I feel like there was so much enthusiasm over the first one, and maybe because of the Snyder Cut debacle, and maybe that was a big part of the whole reason why we were talking about it endlessly. It just kind of kept the momentum of the film kept going on because we kept talking about it. But I do think that there's so much room for the next story, and especially now that we've seen, and I know that this is going to be a topic that we discuss next, but we've seen so much more enthusiasm for people coming back to the theaters, and really wanting to see more and more content in this world. I think now is a good time to make that announcement.
Guys,
but all three of those are great. And you know what? I'm really going to be excited because I even as much as you say, this is just something that I dreamed up at 3:00 in the morning when I was staring at the ceiling. No, you have little birds in your ears. You hear little songs, and I don't know how much of this is just musings of Campea land. I think that there's definitely a little bit of weight behind at least one of these. So I'm going to put my money behind Justice League 2.
I listen, for obviously the one I want the most is Man of Steel 2. That's the one I want the most. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, to me, is still the most underrated comic book movie of all time. And I get a little bit of a stiffy when I think about Man of Steel. I love this movie passionately. I would love to have him back. Henry Cavill is my favorite of all the Supermen. But I'm going to agree with you. I think probably the most likely out of those three, still probably won't happen, but the most likely would probably be the Justice League thing. That they'll come out with a big, exciting filmmaker name that I have no idea what it would be. And they would announce a lineup that would probably be a little different from the lineup we've seen so far, and say that they're doing it with, they're going to be doing it with a new Justice League. So that's probably my guess. And actually, you know what? Somebody suggested this, and I'm going to do it. I'm just going to ask the question for you guys in the live chat. Which is most likely? Okay. The Batman one, the Justice League one, or the Man of fucking Steel one. So I've just put up, for those of you watching live, and it's only for those of you who are watching live right now, I just put up a poll in the live chat there. So
I just voted.
All of these are unlikely. Okay. I admit all of these are tremendously unlikely, but if one of them were going to happen, like if Uatu the Watcher came down and said, one of these is actually true, which one do you think is actually true? Now, I just put it up about 10 seconds ago. We got 300 votes in there already. Right now, Justice League is in the lead with 48%, followed by Batman at 26% and Man of Steel at 25%. So it seems like most people think that if it's going to be any of these, it's probably going to be Justice League. We're at 400 votes now. 450 votes now. So yeah, it looks like Justice League is going to be the one that takes it. So thank you everybody for participating in that poll. And guys, listen, what do you guys think? like those were my three kind of wild guesses. But if you had to guess, what could be an announcement that could come at DC Fandome that nobody is really thinking is really possible, but could have the slightest chance that would make the world explode? What do you think that could be? Jump on down to the comments section below and leave your thoughts there.